And we back.
What it do, my
Back,
people?
back. What's good, good people? Got it, man.
Hey.
We got a guest,
Ah, yes.
Cuzzo
Birthday guy.
Sky in the building. Huh? Give it up one time for the one time. Yeah. Start off
Yeah,
with a happy birthday to you.
yeah, yeah. 43 years out here.
I can dig it. I can dig it. So how's y'all's week been so far?
I like it, man.
Man, this
Between
week
y'all,
has been so daggone long because I got a short week next week. I
Mm,
just feel like this week has totally dragged. Like seriously.
hey, cuz just coming out the graveyard, though. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna
you
hold
cut
you.
you
Hey,
cut
that
down the
flu,
grape?
that flu took your boy down for a couple of days last week.
Oh,
I mean, I
oh
couldn't even come
wow.
out and watch no football.
Wow.
You know
I
you
was
down
completely
bad when you
lost.
can't watch
I didn't know what
football.
the hell was going.
Wow.
Yeah. I think
Hey,
I actually think the twins coming down with a little something right now. You know, they upstairs. My
It's
upstairs
definitely
smell
going
like Vicks.
around.
You know what I'm saying? It smell like Vicks upstairs when they
boy,
walk in. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? My eyes instantly start burning. I'm like, what's going on? I'm here.
man.
Got to get them some of that emergency. Put it in some water for them.
Hey, wanna know something? And that's like what my
Or
brother
get
told me
that brown
too.
Listerine that fat swear by. Get
Hey,
that.
the
Get up
brown
there, get some
Listerine to
brown
clear it all up.
Listerine.
No more problems. Look, that brown Listerine will solve
Oh
world
my
hunger.
god. Mm-mm.
Trying to tell you.
If you don't cut it out,
I'm just
that is
saying,
not true.
it's real. Look, I love the brown Listerine.
The mother just keep
It's
cutting off when they want to now. That's
what
it.
you
My
like.
wife just keep going out.
Oh
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
yeah.
saying? When
saw
they
it.
want
I
to.
saw it get dim for a hot second. So
What the
pretty good week
hell?
so
I'm
far.
trying to
Decent week. Just cold as hell today. I can tell you
huh?
that one.
What are y'all temperatures?
I think
That
the high today
part.
was 30
Cold.
with wind
30.
chills like 20 miles an
Let
hour.
me check.
Oh wow. Wow.
It was dumb
The high
cold.
today was 32.
That was the high?
32
But it
was the
didn't
high
reach
today.
32 until like 4 o'clock. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I can't even do the crib like that no more.
I was
Hey, where
That
you at, big cuz? Where you at, big?
I'm out in Cali. I'm still in Cali.
Okay.
Yeah,
man, I
I'm so
got up
sick of
this morning.
California.
It was 18 degrees when I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, T.
Ooh,
I don't even know how that feel no more.
Oh my goodness, cuz. Horrible,
horrible.
horrible.
Man,
Come on.
I went out to start the
I,
car. That mother was like, why? You know what I'm saying? He said, stay home, bro. They was telling me to stay home. You
He
hear
said,
me?
don't go out.
yeah, that's the crusher. That's the crusher for sure.
Yeah.
Why you said Martell was doing well? Oh, can't hear you. Oh, oh, I
There we
just saw
go.
you.
What
Yeah,
up,
come on
man?
back,
No,
man.
he's
Come on back.
I was yelling at my kids for a second.
What's up, Ed?
He doing good. He doing his job training right now, so it's a lot easier for him. Ooh, that's that wine hiccup. I'm
That
sorry.
is that
Uh,
wine
Uh,
already. My goodness.
Hear me? Because he gotta have a bottle
ooh,
in that glass.
Wow.
I do not have a half bottle in this glass.
This guy on
The half
okay,
the
TikTok.
bottle is still
hey,
in the
y'all know
bottle.
Lil
I didn't
Sean
pour
home,
it in
don't
much.
y'all?
Say again.
I say, y'all know Lil Sean home.
Oh, is he? How's he
Yeah.
doing?
Go
How's his
ahead.
career going?
He doing good. He home for good. Actually, he'll be back in Kentucky, in Cincinnati right now.
Wow.
He working.
Okay.
Yeah, he came home and went right to work.
Wow. I'm sick of work too.
Mm.
But it's been so out here
Yeah.
at night. It's been dipping down into the 30s. It's been dipping down into the 30s, and I walked in the other day after putting in work orders to get my heat fixed in my house because they ain't fixed it yet.
You gonna make it back?
So I went over to the maintenance
Oh,
shop and I was
goodness.
like, "Hey, what's going on?" Came back in the front room and they had two heaters. Like, nah, we ain't getting your house fixed, buddy. Just turn these on. Gonna be all right. So yeah,
What?
That's what I'm
I've
doing.
been I've been operating off of these little electric heaters. The one up they gave me, that joker started tripping my electricity. I can't even use
You
it.
gotta get you one of them surge protectors. You gotta
I
get a
put it
surge
in a surge
protector.
protector.
One of the little.
You still have the problem.
Still happened. Like a huge surge protector too. I got a big one and I put it in there and it was like, no, we ain't gonna work with that. Gonna go ahead and shut everything down in the living room real quick.
You gotta
So
make sure the
No
fire unit
bueno.
on the no mind. I ain't gonna start talking construction. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta make sure that you know what I'm
No, tell
saying.
us
Yeah.
how to fix it so we can get it fixed. We don't have
Just
to do
like
this by ourselves.
certain boxes don't have the capacity of certain stuff that you're trying to plug into it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like depending on like
Mhm.
when the house was built, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them ain't built for stuff nowadays, you know. And it's just the GFI. You can go get a little. Well, I reached for my pocket like I was finna pull out a tool. So, but you can go get a little pin or a little, you know what I'm saying, a little reciprocal. I mean, something you can plug into the outlet, and it'll read it and tell you, you know what I'm saying, what your output is, your usage is, and all that, the volts and all that. So,
I might
you
have
get
to get one because I was in the middle of playing the new Call of Duty. I'm playing campaign mode and it's like, chick up. Like what just happened? Why did my whole living room get dark but nothing else?
you
I had to
got
go.
too much going on.
Because of that
Yeah,
game.
so
It wasn't the heater, it was that game.
I'm
so
surprised
I just
California ain't tried to charge you for using all the electricity.
well
That was
I
the
stay on
heater,
the
not the
insulation, so
game.
they ain't charging me. They don't charge me. They charge the federal government.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
okay.
pay
Got
those
you.
bills. Right. Yeah, I don't pay bills like that.
I
Not right
probably say
now.
you probably had the radio on, you
Them
got it
California
on,
taxes pay that.
laptop.
Ground sound system going. Now it sounds like a real battlefield in my house when I play Call of Duty. Walls are shaking and everything.
Oh,
So we got a lot to cover tonight. We some really good topics, and I got another appointment later on tonight at the airport.
Press
Special
zero.
somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yes, we do. So let's get started.
let's get
Scott,
started.
yeah, Scott in the league, yeah.
All right, Sky.
Oh,
So we gonna
bye,
jump
Sky. Enjoy your
into
Say
birthday.
hello.
out there again. All right, week 11, football, schmutball.
Oh God.
So we saw what happened with the Packers. I thought it was pretty funny. Uh, I'm tired of Rodgers any damn way. That's another story for another time. So let's get our picks going. Eagles and Colts.
Eagles.
The Eagles have been doing really good.
They got one loss. They only got one loss. They lost last week. Washington
Yeah.
surprised them.
All right. This one's for G Ball. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Yeah,
Shout out
I'm
to
riding with
T-Ball.
the Eagles. I'm riding with the Eagles myself.
Oh
Commanders.
gosh. Here we go again. I don't like neither one of them.
Texas
Commanders.
at home.
Yeah.
Washington been playing good ball. I got to take them after that win out beating up Philly. I got to roll with them, see what they do.
Okay. All right.
They beat Philly
Yeah.
up. They had 5 turnovers in that game.
Yeah, they disrupted their
It's
program.
a draw for me.
Well, I can't
Well,
put you down.
you can't have no 2-0,
Right.
Come
no 2-1-1 record.
on.
Flip a coin.
Oh,
Gotta
fine.
pick one. Who you got?
Texas
Let's
at
go with the
home.
Commanders.
Okay. I'm going with Texans. Going with Texans.
Solo dolo.
The Doodoo Browns and the Bills.
Buffalo got beat up too. I'm taking the Bills though. She looking at the colors.
I don't like none of those colors either. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Whoa. No,
What?
Cleveland or Buffalo.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
wait,
Cleveland.
okay.
Cincy. Yeah, it's Cleveland. Cleveland
Okay, hold
Brown.
on. Wait a minute. But brown is beautiful. Let's go with the brown.
And
Wow.
actually, this game got moved to Detroit because of the snow that was
Yeah,
that
that's right, because they got snowed out there. They had a blizzard up there. Yeah,
Buffalo. Yeah, so this
yeah.
game gonna be
Jeez.
Detroit.
I'm
So it
still
ain't
going
gonna
with
be
the
no
Bills,
home
though.
turf. Yeah, that me too. It ain't gonna be no home turf. They closer to
You know,
Cleveland.
Lions and the G-Men.
I'm gonna take Detroit. They don't like people come set tripping in their home front. So
Oh,
like we just
okay.
said, Buffalo and Cleveland gonna be there. They gonna show out. I'm going with Detroit.
All right.
And my people's up there.
You don't know, Wanda? I'm going
That's
with Detroit myself.
oh my god. I was like I said, I guess I just rock with the Lions because
New York been playing good ball too, just to let you know.
I don't know because every time I listen to my favorite morning show, they be complaining about them.
That's the straight man on there. What's your favorite? Oh, I don't know your favorite. Oh, you talking about radio talk or TV?
Yeah, radio talk.
You going with the Lions also, Wanda?
Yeah.
All right. All three.
Y'all know I'm
All
going
And
with
in,
the
and
Vikings
in
for
New
the
York.
next one.
Cowboys and
I'm going
Vikings.
with the Vikings, of course.
I take the Cowboys.
I'm going with the Vikings also.
All
I'm
right.
going with the Vikings.
So there we go,
All
Lowe's.
right.
KC and
I'm
the
going with the
Chargers.
Chiefs.
Man, I don't like these guys.
I'm
But
going
they
with
the
the
better
Chiefs.
team though.
I'm going with KC. I'm riding.
Give me the Chargers. We need to win the division.
All right.
Give me the Chargers.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Back up to the top of the list. The Bears and the Dirty Birds.
Bears got the better defense. They got good offense too. I think
I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
man. Everything's telling me to go Shot Town. And I got two players. I got Cordell Patterson on my fantasy football team for Atlanta, and I got Mariota going this week because I don't know if Stafford gonna play or not. So, ooh, I'm gonna roll with ATL. ATL.
All right. I'm going with the Bears.
Okay.
I'm going with the Bears. Jets and Patriots.
Jets. Oh, I might lose this week because I'm going with a lot of emotion. I don't like the Patriots.
I haven't been feeling patriotic in quite some time, guys. um,
I can talk about that.
but I don't like the Jets either. I'm going with the Patriots just because.
All right. I'm going with the Pats also.
All right.
And Rams and Saints.
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 Saints. All three. Yeah, that's who I'm rocking with. Going with the Saints.
You going with the Saints too?
I am because I'll never go for the Rams. Panthers and Ravens.
Me either, cousin.
Ravens. Wanda going Ravens too. They black and purple.
Yes, I'm definitely going with the Ravens.
This was actually kind of tough for me.
Mm.
The Ravens.
This was tough.
In Baltimore. In Baltimore.
I know they beasted us. Really. All three of us with the Ravens. All three with the Ravens. Ravens.
Yep.
All right, Raiders and Broncos.
All three of us got the Raiders.
Yep. Wait,
what?
How you gonna
We got the
y'all
Raiders.
say that?
I'm gonna put you down for the Raiders. Dirt, I
y'all
got
on?
you.
Who they playing?
Broncos.
Broncos. Denver Broncos.
So just to put you up on
Man,
game.
how my boy been doing? How Russell Wilson been doing?
Oh, he ain't there.
Yeah, Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
He might as well just be on the bench.
Right. He cool.
I'm just being honest about that. That's why I said he ain't there.
But same thing as the Raiders. The Raiders cool. They ain't did nothing. They ain't no. Matter of fact, they ain't even cool. They actually bad. And
They
but
are bad.
it's another division game, just like that Chiefs and
I'm
Chargers
just
game.
gonna say, I'm gonna say that Russell Wilson gonna pray hard enough, and the Broncos gonna pull out that win.
Okay. I got you, Wanda, for the
let's
Broncos.
let's just go that route.
I'm actually going with the Raiders this round. I'm riding with the Raiders. Bengals, Steelers.
Give me Cincy. Give me Cincinnati. I'll take the
Steelers.
Bengals.
I'm rocking Cincy too. You going Steelers, Wanda?
Wanda going still.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Here we
It's
go.
good. Then we
Monday
got
night
the
game.
49ers and the Cardinals.
I think I went with the 49ers last time, and
We all took the 49ers.
but the Cardinals used to
Yeah, and
be here too. So
I don't have faith in either one of these teams. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really a coin toss. Personally.
is this
I
gonna
take
be
the
a low
Cardinals, but they are.
scoring game?
It's
Yeah,
the
again,
Monday
Wanda?
night
Who
game.
y'all going with?
I'm gonna take the Cardinals Monday night.
I'm going with Arizona also.
Okay, I'll just go for the 49ers for the heck of it.
All right. Picks are in.
Football's
We'll be
football.
watching the games. And
Alrighty.
we didn't figure out, we didn't come up with
No, we didn't.
the consequence for the least wins.
So
Any
for the
clue?
least wins, I'm trying to tell y'all, I want to see somebody fold that fitted sheet.
Look, I ain't folding no fitted sheet. That
Bro,
don't even
if y'all
like.
lose, you gotta get on live and try to fold a fitted sheet.
Even in my head, it feels
Fold the
wrong.
fitted sheet. That's simple.
Yes. You know how
You
to
take
fold
the
a fitted
corners.
sheet?
Wait a minute. You talking about?
Fitted sheet?
I don't know if I know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
that
There you
elastic.
go,
The fitted
Manny.
sheet is the one
I
that
like
you
people
lay
that
on.
I like that, Manny. Manny put his stuff out there. Right on,
Okay.
Manny.
You know what? I need to figure out how to
The fitted
screenshot that
sheet.
real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have to.
So the fitted sheet is the sheet that you lay on, not the sheet that you lay under.
Yeah. And man, you take the, you know what I'm
The
saying?
one that got the scrunches on the side.
Right. You see, I got my hands. You got to get your hands up in the corners. You know what I'm saying? Of the scrunchies, and you know what I'm saying, and get it together. You know what I'm saying? You can fold that thing.
Hold up.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna write that down, Manny. I'm gonna write that down. I'm writing yours down. You gonna have to be in on this too. So you got Eagles, Commanders, Bills,
Giants.
Giants,
Yeah.
Vikings, KC.
Man, you took the Chiefs, man. That's why you messed up at, man.
Oh my God. How you gonna say that man messed up on his picks? He ain't say nothing about your picks.
Man,
Panthers.
I'm just critiquing. I heard.
The guy who has been going for the Raiders his whole entire life. I'm gonna need you to get it
350.
together.
I got you down, Manny. I got you down, bruh. So let's for the loser, because that's
I don't know what to do for the
fitted sheet. That's a struggle. I'm thinking about that in my head, and I don't even watch
TikTok
it.
dances is a struggle. You know how many takes I had to do to get them TikTok dances right?
You probably yelling at
You
the
know
kids.
what? I actually like
you off key.
TikTok. Y'all want to do one more round of TikTok dancing?
Oh God! What if I lose again? Then I gotta do some more dancing.
You got to do
I'm
some more
down with
dancing.
that. I'm part of the
All right.
Rhythm Nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of all the good nations. You know what I'm saying? So I can.
I ain't got
I
my
got a
phone
little
bands
rhythm.
on. I'm tripping.
Janet Jackson it? What is Janet
Yeah.
Jackson it? All right. What's up, Kazoo? Okay, so the person with the least wins will end up doing 3 TikTok
we
dances
going back
again.
with the TikTok dances. Got it.
But
I still got one more to post. It's coming.
you gotta put them on Insta, Facebook, and TikTok.
Mike wear shirts, everything.
Well, I can't get into our Insta right now, so I sent them to our group chat so you can add them onto Insta.
Put them on. I'll put them on. That's
Losers
the
do
bad look for
donations
next
to
week.
Cash App.
We can find um a charity to
The family
donate.
bloodline.
Absolutely, we are charity.
We the first charity because we need
Right. We can do that. So
you.
this would be because we probably won't go live. Well, we might go live next week, probably Wednesday, but we can talk about that in a different time.
What's Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving Thursday,
Well,
right?
if we do, I'm gonna be in the kitchen. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be in the
I mean, I
kitchen if we
will
going
too. So
live because I will be
it'll be
cooking.
another impromptu. It'll be another impromptu live. No set
Maybe we'll
topics.
see.
We'll just be on. We'll just be on because I gotta start cooking
All right,
myself.
so
TikTok.
topics
Let's do
for
the dance.
tonight.
Let's do
We
the
are
dance.
talking. Okay.
All right, here we go. My bad, Wanda. Go ahead. You got it.
Nope. What topics for this week? We're done with our Schmutball week 11 picks. We are now moving on to the LGBTQ plus in the classroom.
In the classroom.
In the classroom.
What? I lost my train of thought. Damn.
I brought this
Let's
topic
back on
up.
track now.
That's
Thank
probably
you.
what you were
That's
gonna
what.
say.
Yeah.
I brought the
Yeah.
topic to the table, because I seen how Washington State was actually trying to implement it into their curriculum. At first, I thought they were the first
Hey
school to
guys,
do it.
if you are watching on my Facebook, go over to the Family Bloodline Podcast and watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and what else we on? What else is that?
Twitter.
Twitch, Spotify.
Twitch. So yeah, go there, check out, join the conversation. We love it. All right, go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
Worries.
But actually, Washington State was actually they're like the fifth state to implement this. We got it started in Cali first, in 2011. They kicked it off in 2011. Then Colorado and New Jersey followed up in 2019, and then Illinois did it in 2020. And now they doing it in Washington State. It's been implemented, like I say, in 2011 in Cali, but it took so long because the Board of Education had to come up with certain guidelines to try to put these books into the curriculum and everything. So it's just now taking effect for Washington State. Go ahead.
I'll just have a question. So when you say they put these things in there, what exactly are they putting in there? What's going on, Battle? I see you.
You talking about for the curriculum? They trying to implement. Yeah, they trying to implement like just books in the curriculum because every school district got so many hours that students have to read and everything. So they're trying to implement it in the school system to make everybody feel accountable. You know what I'm saying? At school, whether they race, they gender, sexuality, whatever. They trying to include everybody in it. So these books that they're putting in, they're teaching the students certain words is like drag king, drag queen, the word queer, transgender, a lot of terms, intersex, so these all in the vocab that the teachers that they weren't trained to do, but now all of a sudden they gotta start teaching these students this, so I thought it was a great topic that we should talk about. What y'all think about it?
What you got, Wanda? I see your face. You got something to say about it.
I just really don't understand why they are trying to force this on children.
Is it
I'm all for equality. They're teaching it in school. They quick to teach this, but they don't want to teach
Black history.
Correct Black history. But they want to teach this.
We scared of the critical race there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things with Black
That's a
History
critical
Week.
race theory.
Nothing,
Right.
child.
So they don't want to teach critical race theory, but they want to teach our kids how what it's called when two girls are kissing or two boys are kissing, and if your boy wants to be a girl and a girl want to be a boy, they're old enough to understand that, but they're not old enough to understand critical race theory.
And this is from pre-K through fifth grade that the students in Washington
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
State are doing.
why are we talking sexuality with children? I can
Battle,
see if
don't
we
hold
were
your
in like
peace. If it's
I
something you
can see
want to
if we
say,
were
come
like
on,
in
say
high
it.
school or something, but these are children.
Correct.
If they're not exposed to enough already through social media and whatnot, why put it in schools too? If you can't talk about critical race theory, you don't need to talk about nobody putting their dingling in nobody's butt. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was okay. 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 I see why you say that. I see why you say that. So the question that I have is um the why. Why do the powers that be feel as if it's a necessary thing? That's the question.
Exactly.
And it's an honest, innocent question. Um, just trying to figure out the different parameters and understand that this ain't the same. Kids are different than when we were kids, right? And
Correct.
And we were different from when
also
our parents were kids.
right, and there's also an understanding that kids can be cruel, and kids are cruel,
Correct.
and
They
I
blunt
understand.
honest. I don't know if it's cruel, but they blunt honest. That's what kids are. That's what I last week when we talked about like I love the twins at like this little innocent stage, you know what I'm saying? They blunt honest. And that's what you get at this they in kindergarten. So in
Right.
kindergarten you're gonna get that. Why your teeth look like that? You know what I'm saying? Why your you know what I'm saying? They ask some questions. They blunt honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't joning at this point in life, you know what I'm saying? So my bad, G. I
No,
just
you
want
you right. I don't disagree with you at all. So my question is always the why, and what outcome after the why, the cause and effect of these types of things. And I also go back and I think about religion in certain stances when it comes to the why are we indoctrinated in certain religions at a young age, um, and what are the causes and effects from those indoctrinations? Because I think honestly that this is a part of an indoctrination, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that it's a thing or a bad thing. I'm curious about it because I really want to know why it's being so young. Why this aspect of interacting with another person is being taught as a curriculum or suggested to be taught as a curriculum in schools. Uh, are parents not being able to like? Do the parents not get the first shot at this with their kids, or what? You know, what you got there?
that's pretty much what I was gonna say before we got further along in it. I wanted to go to that when you touched on religion. I think that's just like the morals that our parents are teaching in us, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they doing in the school. They taking the morality out of, you know what I'm saying? They taking the parent aspect of teaching their kids what we think is how we see society. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I know some students are coming from same parent households, you know what I'm saying, and things of that
Mhm.
nature. So, you know what I'm saying, their mindset might be different than my 6-year-old that's coming seeing um what do you got
Right.
different
And
sex.
I get that. I get that. But at the same time, if little Bobby like, oh, little Johnny, why do you have two dads? Little Johnny has the right to be like, mind your own damn business.
True.
Correct.
Like,
Or he has the right to talk about that. But you can't but what they doing like Washington State, they're like, man, they're like one of 14. No. Yeah, they're like one of 14 states that are really standing by the LGBT like guidelines. Like, you know, the old discrimination laws used to be like race, religion, used to be race, religion, and something else. I got it in my notes, you know what I'm saying? Race,
Politics.
religion. But now it's under like now it's not just race and religion. It's you cannot. Man, go ahead, talk. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm pull it up. I got it in my notes.
Okay. So
So
I'm not
I'm
so
seeing
much.
like everything that Manny is saying, and that's my point exactly.
Yeah. So I'll post up. This is what Manny's saying about it. They don't teach about racism. Why teach this? This is ridiculous. And why not teach financial literacy?
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Both very relevant
There's
points.
other things that you could be talking about other than not that it's not important or not that their rights or whatever don't matter. It's not even that. The fact is these are children. And I feel like let them be children. Why are you exposing them to so much so early?
Well,
Then
even
they
with
gonna
that
quickly
being
be like,
said,
oh, he's acting like this because go
there
ahead.
are cartoons. I've seen cartoons. I've had to begin to screen the cartoons that my kids watch, um,
Hey, Can
because
Can.
What
some of
up,
them,
brother?
hey, Ken, some of them aren't. Then I don't want my kids to be taught these lessons by box. I want to talk to my son and my
Mm-hmm.
daughters about a lot of the stuff that some of these cartoons are actually showing nowadays. So
Mm-hmm.
there are cartoons that be like, hey, can we watch this? Absolutely not. Well, can I watch He-Man? Go kill it. Yeah, we're gonna watch He-Man. We'll watch Voltron. We'll watch
There's
Pop-Up
a
Girls.
cartoon on, I do believe it's Disney, called Loud House, and there is a child on there who has two dads, and they're an
Yeah,
interracial couple as
not
well.
Lincoln best friend.
Yeah,
We watch Wild House,
they
but they don't.
and I
They
was
still
like, I
not.
just happened to be walking past. I just happened to be walking past one day, and they was like, and he was like, my dad, and I looked at the TV. I was like, what?
But it's
Not that
crazy
it like
though because
I was not that I was shocked by it, but I was like, dang, it's in cartoons already.
no, but like the Loud House been out since like Shania was in elementary school. She was watching the Loud House back in the day, and it's been the same premise. You know what I'm saying? So, for it's like the Loud House, that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then the dad's not really in the episodes like that, but you know what I'm saying? They've been on the show several times though, like you know what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
but I got the definition. Discrimination defined most often. Hold on. Discrimination refers to a person or a group of people being treated differently because they belong to a protected class. Sexually orientation, gender identity, and gender expression are protected classes under Washington law. Here go some of the examples. Uh, Refusing to allow a girl to compete on a girl athletic team because she is a transgender. Requiring a transgender boy to use the single stall restroom in a nurse office instead of a multi stall in a boys
Yeah.
restroom.
Yeah. I saw that.
Uh,
Yeah.
re- Repeatedly misgendering a non-binary student after being told their pronouns. Come on, man. So
Yeah.
how do you explain this to a kindergarten?
Yeah. And so at the end of the day, I don't think these ideas need to be introduced to kids that young, right? I
Facts.
understand.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, as kids evolve and middle school to high school, things are gonna start changing and things are gonna look different, right? And then you'll start to
Hmm.
have those actual physical attractions to whoever you have those physical attractions to.
And
And
that's when
knowing
you
how
have
to
those conversations.
right, and so knowing how to navigate that at that time, I can understand if there's an elective class that teaches these things that could be attached to
Hmm.
biology or something of that nature. I don't directly agree
Well,
with
if it's an elective, that's when the kid has the choice to take that class.
right,
If it's an elective, so it should
right.
definitely be something that they have a choice to want to learn about. It shouldn't be
This
implemented for
right here.
everyone
This right
because
here.
everybody don't care.
It absolutely is an adult matter. It
And
absolutely is an
so
adult
if you
matter.
want to, so if you like Wanda was saying, if you got two fathers at home, so if you want to teach your son or daughter that having two fathers is that's the thing. You need to also explain to them, you know what I'm saying, what goes on in this world when you step outside our doors. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all unicorns and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same with me. when I'm raising
That's
two
true.
black
But I
males
would
at home.
also want my
So I had to
child to come
explain to
talk to
them,
me.
I had to explain to my young black males when they leave the house the things that go on in society as men, as black men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to tell you what to do in your household, but don't teach my kids, you know what I'm saying, different than what I'm teaching them in my household. You know what I'm saying? Because we got different laws and different things,
Cultural,
different teachers. Yeah, different cultures.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's different
cultural
teachers.
teachings. So I think we all on the same page. We don't feel like through fifth, sixth, even seventh grade, maybe even eighth, is an appropriate time for these types of teachings. But the other side of that, what I was looking up earlier, is some of these stats, and this comes from Maine, the state of Maine, high school level data from the 2019 Maine Integrated Youth Health Survey. And I was looking at these stats. First off, I got confused because what is the population that they're using? What was told when the study was taking place, and what parameters were they actually working in to establish these? That's neither here nor there. Well, it actually is, because I'm trying to figure out the agenda, honestly. However, 13.6 of Maine high school students identify as LGBT. That's Where do they get that from? And then it continues. But the thing that I'm actually more so concerned about is the violent aspect of things. LGBT students experience more violence and discrimination at school, at home, and in the community. Um,
Then who?
than heterosexual people, I would guess.
Okay.
Heterosexual students, I would guess. Um, I don't doubt this directly. Like we said, kids are cruel. And I know, like, when we were growing up back in the day, there were some things that were said to guys that might have been, we might not know if they were gay or not, but there were still things that were said that hindsight 2020 was like, damn, that was pretty tough. But this is a part of this. This is a continuation in the why and the effect of the why. And if these stats are actually true, and they aren't essentially doctored, this is still a concerning thing, that children, students, would be exposed to danger because of how they think they feel. And I say how they think they feel because there are also studies that show that kids who think that they were one way when they were in high school, once they get to a certain age, they change their mind. Yeah, they end up changing their mind, and they don't really. They're like, well, I was confused. I was just growing up. I thought I was something that I wasn't. And another thing that people don't take in consideration is children are people pleasers, right? So if I've seen a couple of different videos where there were households that had same gendered parents and with their child, and their child would begin to express that they are binary, or non-binary, or they were bi, or whatever the case may be. And the parents would begin to coach these children into doing and saying what they wanted them to say. And the child was finding pleasure with simply getting acknowledgement from their adult. And I think that's a dangerous area to start putting these kids in, just to promote, again, an agenda. I don't think it's fair to them. Let the children, let kids be kids. Let kids grow up.
When does sexuality really start? When you like what, 13, 14? Middle school, when we really started like, oh,
Yeah.
he cute. She cute. You know what I'm saying? She ain't look like that last time. You know what I'm saying? That's by what, 13, 14?
Yeah.
Oh
Once you get
my
in high
God.
school, you be like, wait a
Man.
minute.
You bang that wine after I said that, huh? You say, oh my God.
So I think that there is I hate to say it like this, but in various aspects of the LGBTQ community, those extremists become terrorists, and they begin to cancel out anyone who says, I don't agree with you, without actually listening to what they're saying, right? And I think this could be a
Is
part
Can still
of,
on? Because she's a teacher. I'm like, is this something that you want to teach
yeah, because
for
So
your?
so
I
I
think
went to
she's
parent
early
teacher.
childhood,
I had parent
pre-K.
teacher conference last night,
right,
and that was one of the last things that we asked the teacher. She said, "No, that's such a touchy subject. That's such a no." She said that's such a icky subject that we stay away from. And I said, "Oh, okay,"
Did she
because
say
I had a
icky?
question. She said icky because it's like
Mm,
it's so nasty. It's so nasty. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. It's too many
yeah.
sides to it. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not
So
black and white. It's pretty gray.
it's
So
all gray. It's all gray. None of us had this shit figured out until later
yeah,
on in life anyway. No, that's the honest
right.
truth.
Yeah.
Once a
I
person gets
mean,
between the
I've
ages of
always liked
23 to
boys though. Me
25,
myself personally,
Yeah.
but once
but
a person
I mean,
gets
and I
gets
get it.
between, yeah, 23 to 25 is when you actually like have enough brain matter to where everything is catching up with you and things begin to make sense. And
I
you
don't
begin
know.
to make,
I see a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people that's, I see a lot of
Mario,
women
are
that's
you at
like
the
20,
airport?
I see a lot of women that started like 25 and then they turn around and they got like 4 kids and they be like, oh, I only want to be with women. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
I
it's
get that.
still,
I
I've
think that
actually
might be a little
seen
bit of
that
a
too,
different
but at the
issue.
same time, they're an adult and they're making that choice.
correct,
Right.
understandable, but it's still, like I say, I still don't think it's
I
I
agree,
don't think it
dirty
should be taught.
toes.
I don't think it should be taught. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty toes.
That's one of my brothers. That's one of my brothers right there. Thanks
Okay,
for
I'm
hopping on
like
Hard. I
dirty
appreciate
toes.
you, bro.
I'm like, is this spam or is this real life? But I see
Yeah,
he made
No,
a comment, so I'm like,
it's a real
okay.
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
just let
that's
yeah, I agree with that. Just let the kids be kids. Just like I say, they so innocent. They don't get corrupted
Exactly.
to the parents start corrupting them or society, and then you know what I'm saying. At a certain point, you got to let them be them at that time. You know what I'm saying. So we was all kids once growing up.
I
You
asked
know
her
what
if
I'm
she was at the
saying.
airport.
We did a lot of crazy stuff. Oh, uh-oh. We did a lot of crazy stuff growing up when we got away from our parents. You know what I'm saying. So we know let kids be kids. Let them experience life. Let them
let them
just teach
enjoy
them
it.
good morals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes, let
give
them be kids. Jesus Christ.
give give them some time to jump on rooftops and hop down and tumble on mats to get dirty and break their arms and legs and
But
wrists.
I don't know, because
All the sex stuff.
some kids are
All
managed and they be playing
yeah.
games like catch a girl, get a girl,
Hey, it was a
or
thing.
that mess.
It,
I mean,
it
Or
was a
you tell
so
me,
thing.
or you tell me, because I was a little man's little boy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. I was, that's what it is. You experience life. You know what I'm saying? You seen it. That's what I was saying for it. Like households. Like I seen my father with my mom. You know what I'm saying? My daddy smacked my mom on the butt. You know what I'm saying? I want to smack somebody on the butt. It was a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what. And let me teach my kids
Yeah.
what I was taught, or
but
what
for
I
the
view
record,
it.
girls don't like being smacked on the butt until way later in life. Okay, we don't like
I'm
it
just saying.
early on.
I'm
Well,
just
We
I'm
saying.
like
way
it
later in
after
life.
we start
I just
liking you. You
I just
know,
took it. That was just a reference. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I'm just saying for anybody who's watching and you have young boys, let them know that us girls do not like being slapped on the butt unless we like you. So don't just
But
go
that,
around slapping
yeah,
girls on the butt unless you know you like you. Okay?
but that's what I'm speaking on. It was you
It's
seen the
pretty harassment
unconditional
if we
love.
don't like you, Manny.
You seen the unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. That's what I'm speaking of.
I
You know
could
what I'm
I
saying?
could say a
That's
lot about a lot with this topic, but I'm gonna keep it silent.
I'm just saying.
Like it's harassment
Certain
if we
people
don't
show
like
love
you.
different.
If we
Yeah, we
They
like
show
do.
you,
love.
it's all good.
That's true. So
You like it.
as much as I want to continue on this topic, we got to push over to the next one because I got a hot date tonight. Um,
He's
but I
going to
think
smack
that
on
this
some
topic is.
booty.
That's what I'm talking about, Zoe. You hear me? Zoe, tell me.
I think we should come back and revisit this and do a series on it, and look at various different dimensions and aspects,
Feeling on your
just to have this conversation,
booty.
just to
What
have
am
this
I?
conversation.
What if I get an email from the teacher next week? Yes, your son was in here smacking booty.
Because his daddy is manic.
Got to deal with it. All right, so let's push over to the next topic. The next topic is: do we still need the N-word?
Nighttime, the virus hurt. My
For
kids hate
those
that
of you
nighttime.
guys who do not know what the N-word is, we are talking about the word nigga.
Boom, that one.
Like that. No.
That one.
Or nigga with a hard ER. We're talking about that word.
So what are y'all's thoughts?
I don't know. How we get on this topic? How we get on this topic?
So we got on this topic because I had a good conversation with one of my daughter's teachers, and she was essentially trying to explain the difference between using it, saying it, yada yada yada. And my daughter was upset about it. She confused mostly because I teach them that we don't say that word. There are so many other different words that we can use and recognize a person by. Right, little ugly dude.
Pause. It's just, I'm just drinking Moscato tonight. Dirt is drinking Grey Goose, and Fat is drinking water.
Yeah, I gotta drive.
What we're drinking tonight.
I gotta drive. But and the teacher, she was doing her best to work with the kids and navigate it. I didn't understand why they were having a conversation. But after having a conversation on the phone with her, I got it. And it's because the kids were using it in the school. And there was a young lady who is, baby, are you on your flight? Did you land?
She said she was at the airport.
She at the airport.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to dip out in a little bit. But and that's another thing that I want to talk
We're gonna
about.
get there.
Long story short, when we began to talk about it, I tried to give her a little bit of a history on it and try to explain how we got to this point of it. And personally, I don't think we need to. I don't think it's needed unless you're using it for a specific fashion. But generally speaking, I don't use it. It is, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I was going. You hit on it Wednesday when we was talking. Is like certain stuff is for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us have that word if we use it between our people. Cause like I was at work and the guys at work they was like, oh man, just because you stay in a certain part of town, you a bigger redneck than me, and they like, T, what do you think about that? I'm like, yeah, crazy. I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That's between y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they use certain words. Every culture use certain words that they use to talk about. It was derogatory, whether they, you know what I'm saying, like it or not. It was
I think
derogatory.
we talked about this. We touched on this a little bit when I was talking about Fat Joe using the word, the N word, and I felt like I said I felt some type of way because he's not of the African persuasion or the black persuasion, and he's using the N word. Now, J-Lo also used the N word in a song with Ja Rule, and I still felt some type of way about that. And I don't and I really don't care where you live. If you're not black and you're using I don't even feel like black people should be using it, like honestly, because it's not a good word. And now I'm not gonna lie and say I don't use it because I have and I do slip up sometimes, but I don't necessarily be talking about a black person. Anybody could be a nigga to me. Like, if you cut me off in traffic, I'm like, nigga. So it's like, and I know I shouldn't, but it comes out so freely. And there are other words I could use, but I actually used a bad word today with my kids in the car. And I was like, I did, because, it wasn't really I called somebody a dickhead. And they was like, what? I'm like, my bad.
I think my brown brothers can actually use the word. You know what I'm saying? I
I'm
I
think
okay with
we
our
done been
brown
so
brothers
close
using the
and
word. We
we didn't
have a
always.
couple of brown brothers in the comments. Manny and
All
Zoe,
right,
are y'all using the N word out here? Just want to
but I'm just
know.
saying, like we done
yeah,
always been
I don't
so
get upset
back.
if one of the Brown brothers using. I understand they struggle too.
Exactly. Like they don't get upset when I call them essay. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or it's you know
That
what I'm saying?
I wouldn't want you to call them that either.
But I'm just speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and they don't like I'm saying like it's certain terms and certain stuff that gap that me in the community. Like we always been in the same community. You know what I'm saying? Whether we a block apart or you know what I'm saying, 4 blocks apart. We always in
Yeah, but there's still
it
some brown people who feel like they're superior to black people, and I've seen it
really
firsthand.
I ain't never
So
seen it. We
I've
always in the
definitely
same
come across
struggle.
it.
Like Jay said. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I understand the movement of using it as a term of endearment. I but what happens in every language is there should be, and I'm gonna use this word again, there should be an evolution to where some words aren't said anymore. If you look at, we don't speak Old English anymore for a reason because the language evolved, right? And what I don't see from our culture specifically is an evolution of that one phrase. It's sticking to us for some reason. But if somebody else uses it against us, well, we all up in arms. And I'm not saying that it's okay for anybody else to use it. I'm simply saying I don't think that we should use it either. I think it's something that is a dead thing. It should become a part of the dead language lexicon to me,
Let's
to me
let's
personally.
let's cancel that. People quick to cancel stuff. Let's cancel the N
Right, let's
word.
cancel that.
It's
Because
easy to say.
I can cuss a person out, you know, just like instead of using the N word, I can call them a brother, or I can call her sister, or beloved, or loved
Like
one, king, queen.
Snoop Dogg even tried to stop saying the word nigga and turned it into nephew. He said that
Mm.
like he trying to stop using the N word and like he says nephew instead of saying nigga, which I'd rather be a nephew than a nigga. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk to people, words have power. Words
Correct.
have power and meaning, right? So when you're talking and saying and calling somebody something, there's
What's
meaning and
that
power
word
behind
mean?
that. I think you
Huh?
meant coconut.
What that word mean, Manny?
But there's meaning and power in it. So if I'm calling you the N word on a daily basis, my perception of
Mm-hmm.
you can only go so far. My perception, because that's the word that I am identifying you as. If I call you a brother, if I call you sister, just like I call y'all cousin, right, a cousin, that's an identifying thing to me internally that
Mm-hmm.
triggers a specific response, and I interact with y'all differently versus, uh, oh my goodness, I didn't know that, Manny. Versus simply using the N word towards a loved one
So it's worse
every
to
time.
have a wife that's got a sneaky link than to be called an N word. I'm confused.
Manny might have to hop on real quick to clarify that. Yeah, hood mentality. Exactly,
Yeah.
Alonzo. It's so the words we speak have either life and death in them, paraphrasing the Bible. And we can either speak life into each other or we can continue to speak cancers into each other. That's part of
Mm-hmm.
it. So I don't use it because I'd rather interact with somebody in a different way. If I'm calling you that, there's also a
Mm-hmm.
self perception that I have when I'm speaking with somebody too. So I'm either going to show you patience, grace, mercy, and love, or anger, or something of that nature, anywhere in between.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good time right there. That's good time.
absolutely.
Yeah. Like even when I see that word, I'm just like, I'm supposed to say that. But when I see the N word, I'm there like,
Yeah, so
yeah, because you definitely
definitely
not gonna walk into
don't
somebody
want
and
to
be like,
stop the
my retard. You definitely not gonna walk into somebody and say that.
right. And I also understanding
Walk
what
into somebody and
the
be like, my
definition of that word
nigga.
is.
It's
It,
all generational though, man. It's all like generational though.
but the N
When you talk,
word has not stopped being used in a specific fashion generationally.
but I'm just saying it started in our generation, like Jig, ain't you tell us all the time, Negro. We got
Right.
addressed this Negro by before our name so many times. You know what I'm saying? Negro, why you at my door? Negro, why are you doing this? You
But
know what I'm saying?
Negro, the word Negro and the
That was,
word nigga are two
but
different words.
but I'm speaking on. That was like the '70s and the '80s. You know what I'm saying? Then we went from the '90s to 2000 to now, and it ain't been nothing but niggas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
I
and,
just think it's a
and
Yeah.
problem when Becky on TikTok trying to get famous using the word nigga.
the
And
generation, correct? And that's what you teaching when you tell your daughter that
they're like, oh, it's just a word.
right, when you tell your daughter, oh, you can say it in rap songs. You know what I'm saying? She gonna feel she can say it everywhere,
Right.
and
And
somebody
then
might not
sooner
take
or
that the
later,
same way that
right.
you know what I'm saying. Somebody might not have that calm head and be like, "What you say?"
And then I hope that that parent has great dental insurance for their child because somebody's gonna knock their teeth down their throat. So
So yeah, I
that's the
just
choice
think
you make.
I don't know.
that
I think you said it the best, Jig. Just uh, if it ain't gonna go nowhere, let us have it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own. Like I was speaking on, I said redneck. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Jews. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that's
Like
kind of
in the community,
derogatory too.
they got words that they can say to each other that are derogatory to
yeah,
themselves. You know what I'm saying? That,
yeah,
that
And
if
that's
I say
that,
true.
it, it'll be harmful.
An
You know what I'm
issue.
saying?
yeah.
So
Right. Right.
So one of the things that I did tell my daughter's teacher was we're not all accepted in all spaces, and we should be okay with that. Not every space is
Mm-hmm.
made for us to be in. And so I don't go to the LGBT community and use their jargon with them because it's not for me. That's not my space.
don't
I wouldn't
understand.
go, yeah, I wouldn't go to Iraq and use specific technology with them. It's not my space. It's not where I need to be. However, the community, if it's said, and this is the other side of the part of me, if it's said, this is our space, let us have it, and we can ride out with that. For those of us who choose not to use it, we don't. But it's not a universal word for everybody to use. Plain and simple. I'll bring you on,
God
Manny. I
dog
know
it,
why you
sir. What
can't
is
show
that
your
word?
face.
It's
All right, meet our
Milo.
Manny.
I just wanted to explain real quick that
You ain't gonna
that
let us
word
see the
of
good hair. You just gonna put a black
Ah,
screen up. You ain't gonna let us see the good hair and all that. It's all good,
he,
I'm
man.
so sorry.
he's in recovery mode right now. I gotta advocate for my brother. He's in recovery mode right now.
I
All
He
right,
had
go
guess.
ahead, Manny.
So I wanted to explain
Go
the
ahead.
words, because like in Spanish, yes, it's the same language in different countries, just like English is, right? And just like it's
Mm-hmm.
different in each country, it's also different in cities and it's also different in states, right? So in Puerto Rico, the word cabron, it can be a really offensive word because of the pride of man behind it, right? And
Mm.
if you're not talking to a person like if it was your friend, right, it can take the same offense as if you was calling somebody the N-word, right? In Mexico, however, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
totally backwards. It's almost an endearment. And I say Mexico, but I also refer here in California at least. In California, using the word cabron is more like it can mean many things like, oh man, it's a tough day, or hey cabron, come here, like almost a buddy thing, you know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
Mm-hmm.
if you go ahead and do that in Puerto Rico with the wrong person, you're gonna get in massive trouble. you know.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this. We had a discussion about it Jay and I about the N word usage, right? And I think I don't use it in my vocabulary. If I mention it one and probably like pissed or something, but it's not that I'm probably use it in that sense of offending somebody, you know. But
And on
and,
that
and
on
it's
that note,
because
yeah,
it's become a word that has been diluted. You know what I'm
right.
saying? After the years, I don't think it really has the same strong meaning as if you enforce the right in the South. Like if you go to
Gee,
the South and somebody call you that, guess what? You're gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
you go to the city and you be calling somebody the ninja, then it's different. And it doesn't make
Hey,
sense,
Nisi,
but it
we
does
gotta do
make sense
better.
at the same
that's
time.
my
We
You
have
mama,
to do
gotta do
brother.
better.
better.
I was talking about generation. Then my mama come on and
Your
she say
mama then
this. I
came
say it
on
all
and
the
she
time.
She said,
said, "All I see, Auntie. I
Gee,
see."
so you remember we went to a strip club one time when you came home
Which
and we seen
I'm just playing. You ain't got to answer that. It was a bunch of times.
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
because
You seen my face. I was like, and we went to the club and it was these Mexicans next to us and they was like El
They
Grande
know them
Negra.
Grande
Mexicans.
Negro, El Grande Negro. I got when I
Right,
went to Mexico and I was down in Fort Bliss. I was crossing the bridge, and that's all I could hear. Mira, El Grande Negro.
right.
but
I know what y'all
None of
saying,
us
damn
was
it.
big as
one
Jig.
thing,
And we in the strip club and they just say that and then and like you say, man, they weren't trying to be offensive. They was just like, man, like they ain't never seen nobody this big. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
it was a
look
good
another thing. Look, like in Puerto Rico, my best friend, his name is Oscar. But between everybody of my friends, he was the darkest guy. So we call him Negro. And
okay.
in no way, shape, or form, that's an offensive thing. It's an endearment. It's an
I
endearment,
Gee,
would
but
have
in
totally
negative.
been offended.
What you say about this right here? Because
I
we
would
had a
have totally been
conversation about
offended.
this. We had a conversation about this, Jig.
I instead of using ninja, right? If that's going to be the case, I would submit, take another extra few seconds, and say brother or say sister.
I think ninja will be another offensive thing. You're trying to offend the Japanese people here now, then too.
In today's
Oh
society,
my
yeah,
God.
you
You see
know,
what
I'm
I'm
just
Mm,
telling
saying
you?
this.
correct,
no.
correct. In today's society,
The
everybody fighting for
NAACP.
trying to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the front of being discriminated against or
The Dirty
being like,
Talk
they
Productions
got the
making a
equality.
lot of good points.
Yeah,
Everybody
the
got to trying to
NAACP.
Oh,
be
here,
so
Hey,
Ninja.
sir,
technical.
we got to get up and kick it one time. I would love to have a conversation with this guy right here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a
You
little
say,
distracted.
call him a symbol.
What's this, a
The
samurai there?
NAACP actually buried that. There was a ceremony. I don't know if y'all remember seeing that. I saw it back in the day where the NAACP actually had a ceremony to bury the N word. And
I
this
told
motherfucker is like Lazarus. It came back. It
we have
resurrected.
been, no, we
It
have been there.
rose.
That's what I'm saying. It
It
never went
rose.
nowhere.
It rose in 3 days.
Yeah, it really did not go
Wow,
anywhere. It
really?
still,
It never went
it,
nowhere.
that,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
it didn't get
saying.
much
Like,
traction.
we tried. We tried to kill the word, but it ain't going nowhere. Gee,
Okay,
you gotta get to the
so
airport, don't you?
challenge
Yeah,
everybody for next week. Let's try not to use the N word. But when we do, I want you to count how many times you used it and what for, and write down what
I
for.
love that, Wanda. I love that. That's great.
I already
That's
won.
great. That's great. That's great. So I got to do
So
this last one, and
everybody, if you're watching, listening,
Hey,
let's try not to use the.
what if I get to singing a rap song though?
you got to count it.
I want you to
If
write
you
down how
say the
many times
N
you
word
said
at
it
all,
and why.
yeah,
I
And
think that's
why.
technicality. I think that's technicality.
there ain't no technicality.
It's not.
If
Write
you
down,
say
I
it,
said the N word. Write down, I said the N word 56 times because I was rapping UGK or whatever.
You know what's the
What?
problem? And this happens with music a lot. Music, as we know it, has turned garbage. We know music has turned into garbage, and guess what? people consume garbage like no other. And it's our own fault that the word is still out there.
Mm.
It's our own fault because you
I
don't
agree.
hear no country singers saying about that.
But I'm saying though, that's what I'm saying though. We can go back to, like I said, generation. We can go back to
I'm
the
about to chill.
NWA when gangster rap first formed, or when you know what I'm saying, not just gangster rap. You know what I'm saying. We go back to the '80s.
Yeah, of course. That's why I said
The
1977
terminology
and
been out there.
New
Go ahead,
York
though.
City
Go ahead, man.
blackout.
Oh,
All right, family. Again, this might be another topic that we gotta. This might be, we can do our impromptu next week Wednesday, our live, just to continue these
Oh,
discussions.
there goes Manny. Hi, Manny.
right. He gonna try
What's
to
up,
keep
my
the good
brother?
hair throughout. You know what I'm saying,
But
man?
All right. Okay, let's go. Let's move on to
since
what got you
since you
effed up.
here,
So
since
Fat
you
can
here,
go get
Manny,
my cousin-in-law.
come
Oh,
on,
what's
join us
up?
on what got you effed up. Boom! Uncle Cletus in church with these on, baby, and you
Are we
know he
gonna
got on
go
some
there,
doggone
Jay?
bibs, huh?
Are we gonna go there,
How many
Jay?
toes he got?
I'm gonna change mine up. I'm gonna change mine up. I had a whole different one, but
I gotta
I'm gonna
go
change
see.
mine up.
I'm gonna be
The
rocking.
people, the people that used
What
to
are
wear,
those?
people that used to
What are
wear,
those?
what are those? But I'm gonna go back to this. I know y'all all
I
know
like
about
that,
this.
sir.
The people that used to wear the Air Force Ones with the clear soles where you can wear see your socks and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what had me up.
Uh,
I never understood that.
Lord.
I never understood. He got sandals, bro. That's even worse. Now them ain't sandals. They're supposed to be like some Stacy's or something. He's supposed to be a
Look.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's disgusting right there. The people, the fellas that come out, you know what
How
I'm
you get this
saying?
picture off of her?
The
Oh,
fellas that take the piss off. The fellas that come through when
bothers
we
y'all
all
that
right,
much?
bro, we finna go to the beach and everything. You know what I'm saying? And the fellas that show up with the bad toes in the flip flops, bro, you know your dogs is ugly.
They going to put them in that salt water. Let them have
That's
it.
right. They're trying to dip their soul in a refreshing lakes of
Nah,
Minnetonka.
you need to go see your local nail technician. That's what you need to go see. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? So
Jesus.
they can scrub and push them cuticles back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or all that bad fungus and all that. Don't
They
show up with
were,
me.
sir. Those were definitely see-through
I'm,
gators.
I'm trying to have a
Hey,
hot boy summer. Don't show up with me. You know what I'm saying? With your
hey,
dog looking like that, bro. That's what got me up,
definitely
bro.
Mm-mm.
Get it
for
together.
sure.
All
Manny, what
right.
got you effed up since you're here with us?
Oh, what got me effed up is that. So I went ahead and did my procedure, run out, take care of my pool ball. So in the middle of it, as we was coming home, out of
Ah,
all the 365 fucking days of the year, my wife got a flat tire.
Sir, so
And
sir, oh, my
here
bad,
I
my
am.
bad, my bad, Manny. I gotta. So my bad, Manny. So that means you got some ugly ass dogs, then, sir.
Oh, my God.
What?
He say men ain't supposed to have pretty feet, man.
Oh, God.
Y'all
Okay.
soldiers, man, and I'm a laborer. You know what I'm saying? Your dogs are everything. You need your feet, man. And sir, I said I wanted to kick it with you, but we show up on the beach and your dogs ain't right. I'm gonna have some socks for you. You hear me?
hey,
Okay,
I don't
Manny.
have.
What happened? Your wife got a
I'm
flat
sorry, man.
tire?
So on Tuesday, I had my vasectomy done.
Oh.
And my brother Jay, he gave me the ride and we was literally a block away from my house when when I got a call from my wife that was where exactly we was at 30 minutes out. uh I got a flat tire. Then here I am, so like I forgot she's pregnant, and I told her, why don't you change it yourself?
Man, she
Because
can't change
I'm
that
not
stuff,
even
man.
thinking straight at this point. Like
You didn't get in trouble when
I'm trying to
you
get
didn't get in
home.
trouble. He got in trouble.
I'm trying to get home because the doctor's instruction was you gotta ice them puppies.
Bro, you did not say that.
So come on, you gotta give it to me. Come on, it's like I'm going through all this stuff emotionally.
We feel pain too,
Understandable.
especially when our
Understandable.
cojones get cut.
So we
But
went
boy,
back,
you
but the
Your
funny
wife is
had to
thing,
go.
holding your big head ass
He had to go
baby.
home.
we
Your
did
big
it.
head
We
ass
went.
We
baby.
didn't.
And
We
you
didn't go
telling
home.
her
We didn't go
Listen.
home.
What? But listen
I
to
Go
said,
this.
ahead.
didn't take them home.
I gotta give it. I gotta give it to my boy here, Jay. Man, he's the new MacGyver. Period. Period. So we stopped at the gas station. There was like, man, I'm gonna try to find a ice pack for you. There was he comes back with 2 gloves and 2 popsicles. I was like, where am I doing this? Yo, just put these in the glove and ice them puppies because there's no.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
Then I know how I feel.
Right. You can
But
use the
oh my
popsicle
god.
sticks as a splint or as a, you know what I'm saying, a coolant, you know
so
what I'm
you
saying,
mean to
regimen.
tell me they didn't have a frozen pea,
No,
frozen vegetable section in the
I went in the gas station and I started looking around for something frozen, and they had nothing soft that would help them out. So I had to get what I had to get, and
Oh my
My
god.
rocked
boy,
out.
man.
Okay, my
My
question.
boy.
Did you eat the popsicles when you was
I
done?
did. I did. Oh my god. I did after the fact. Come on. You know,
Right on, right
I
on, yeah.
refreezed them suckers and they were so good. I was telling, and the name, check this shit out. Check this shit. The name of the popsicle are Bollies. So I had some Bollies from my Bolly. Yo,
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you,
oh,
epic. This was an
It was,
epic week.
I
Oh my
quit.
god.
it
Who's
was.
supposed to
This
top that
this was
man?
my
Who's supposed
last
to
day
top that man?
on the Family Bloodline podcast. I quit. I can't do this no more. I quit. This is my last week here.
Hey,
I can't take it.
had to take care of my brother.
This-
Had to take care of my brother. I know how he
Oh
was
my,
I
feeling.
love you, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, for sure. I got you.
oh my God, that was the
I
best.
got you. Juan,
I'll
what
let you
got you
guys.
effed up?
Oh
We'll talk later, guys.
God.
All right, brother. I'll talk to
Right,
you
Oh
later.
man.
I'll see you
God.
tomorrow. I'll
Much
see you
love,
tomorrow,
All
man.
man.
right, see you tomorrow, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That was a real life word, too. That shit happened just like that.
Oh my God. I quit. This will be my last week. I promise. Like I can't.
Hey,
I can't with y'all.
we
I
had to go
quit.
get it. We had to go get his
Oh,
wife. We had to take care of my sister. Hey, we got to go back up there, man. We got to go back up there, but I got to get something for you. I got to take care of you.
oh
So
my God. Oh my
we
God.
got him something.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay. What got me up to this week? Um, at work today, I thought we was gonna get to go home early because we was under a boil order. The water had to be boiled, and we use all the water in dentistry. Come to find out, that does not work in my building because we have this high-tech water purifying
Oh,
filter
You
system
gonna work
that's
today?
a multi-million-dollar system, and that the boil order had nothing to do with my system.
wow.
So I was at work all day long, but we couldn't drink the water out of our water fountains and out of our ice machines. So they brought us bottles of water to get through the rest of the day. But those patients had the purest water in the doggone city all day. And I did not get to go home early today when I could have got some grocery shopping done for next week. So my water filtration system at my job has to be effed up this week.
All right. What had me effed up is after I did all that with Manny, I got back home and I think it was the next day. Yeah, the next day I went to vacuum my car and clean my car up. I was just trying to get everything clean for my special guest and left my doors open too long and my damn battery died. So I was like, all right, well, let me call somebody, come give me a jump real quick. Got the jump. Made it home. Car sat overnight. Woke up the next day. My car was like, I ain't turn it on for you. Click, 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 click. Like, all right, damn, I got to get a battery. This is Thursday. This was yesterday, as a matter of fact. So, because I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait to get a battery until later. So, long story short, I went down to AutoZone and I was like, hey, y'all install battery still, right? And they were like, well, yeah, it depends on the type of car, what year, and if it's got to be recoded, yada, yada, yada. And it just so happens that I have a car that has all of that, of the exceptions, where they were like, we've never changed those types of batteries before. And I was like, I would change it myself, but I don't know how. Because on top of my battery, there was like a little bridge, and it's got 3 wires that go into it, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
Figured out how to change, got it changed, started the car up, and I had every warning sign in my vehicle on for about 5 minutes. And I was like, I got to take this thing to the dealership. Right. So instead of freaking out, I drove around the block. I was like, let me just go get some Chinese food and figure this out. Went in, ordered my Chinese food. By the time I came back out and started my car, the car had recalibrated itself. But my car had me effed up this for a little bit.
That's what's up. I'm glad everything turned out all right.
Yeah. So, all right. Good show. Final thoughts before I hit this road?
Yeah. I'll go first, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And in case we don't talk to y'all before then, while y'all eating all that turkey and ham, don't forget to brush and floss, and not necessarily in that order. Possibly floss and brush. Drink plenty of water. Be nice to each other. Love everybody. Share a smile. It's free.
What you got, Diesel?
Shout out to Maya one time.
For the
G
one
gonna
time,
be there
baby.
one
We
time.
gonna go get it.
One time for the one time. Shout out to Maya.
Oh, wait. Oh, and happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Miranda. Happy birthday, girl.
There you go. Shout out to my homeboy Skylo. He was here early in the podcast. Happy birthday to him. You know, that's my dude. That's my A1, you know. And respect your people. Show love, first and foremost. If you don't show love, expect to get that evil in your life. You know what I'm saying? And, man, that's me, dude. Just respect people.
Show. My final thoughts are: be light, be love. Give everybody just a little more grace, a little more mercy. You don't know how that person's day has been going. That's in front of you. They may not have meant to offend you. They might be going through something for a hot second. So just a little more grace, a little more mercy, and copious amounts of love. So that's all I got. We thank y'all for watching, hanging out with us. In the wise words of Russell Simmons, thank you for coming out. God bless, and
good night.
One time for the one time.